Kenji Sato, the 32, was a corporate drone. A salaryman ground down by impossible deadlines, customer complaints, and the suffocating weight of a system that demanded his soul for a paycheck. His wife Misa, a former web director turned self-appointed producer, was the only fire left in his life. Ken, eyes sparkling. Viewers want shiny dream energy, not dead fish, she'd yell from behind the camera in their tiny apartment. They were chasing fire, financial independence, retire early. One viral video at a time. But Ken was exhausted before they even started recording. Then the floor lit up. Blue geometric patterns spiraled into a summoning circle straight out of fantasy cinema. Ken, your floor lights are glowing. Out the exposure. Misa's voice was the last thing he heard before white light swallowed everything. He woke up on cold stone floors, high ceilings, stained glass, the smell of dust and beasts. His phone buzzed. A new app had appeared, Eden, marked with a black magic circle icon. It connected him to Misa across dimensions. Ken, where are you? That set looks like a budget RPG castle. This was no set. A king yawned on his throne. Armored knights surrounded Ken like he was rotten meat. TCH. Another dud, the king spat. Mana reading, 0. Skills, none. Just a worn-out middle-aged man. Consider yourself lucky we don't execute failed summons. Get lost. Ken was dragged through the back gate and dumped in an alley. But the smartphone Misa had modified during the summoning was a treasure trove. 3 apps remained: Eden, cross-dimensional communication, Oracle Lens, photo ID and analysis, and Wealth Alchemist, currency exchange. Misa sent him 10,000 yen, which became 1 gold coin worth about a month's living expenses in this world. See? Easy. Just make viral videos of the other world and send them to me. Ken stood up, brushed off his torn suit, and stepped into the unknown city of Anverge. The city was overwhelming. Horse hooves on cobblestones, the smell of baking bread and strange spices, blacksmith forges blazing. Every angle was content gold. A thief sprinted past, clutching a bulging purse. Ken's reflexes kicked in 2 years of YouTube instinct. He recorded everything. A boy named Toto collapsed nearby. That money was his family's 6-month living expenses, 24 gold coins. Ken showed him the video. Using Oracle Lens, he printed a crystal-clear photo of the thief's face. Take this to the guild. That guy's an adventurer. They'll have to act. Toto's eyes went wide. This magic, it's like a real person trapped in paper. The thief was caught within hours. Toto's family ran the Inmamruka, and as thanks, they offered Ken a room. The innkeeper Gollum was gruff. His daughter Sheena was breathtakingly beautiful. Toto was energetic and loyal. A perfect team. For his first video, Ken filmed Sheena's cooking, moonlight stew with silver bird meat, dewdrop fish wrapped in herb paper, and spirit sleep bread with amber fruit wine. The food wasn't just good, it was transcendent. Otherworldly. After filming, Ken gathered the family. I'm from another world. A reincarnator. I want to use this magic window YouTube to show my world the wonders here. When I reach 100,000 subscribers, I'll pay your family 5 gold coins monthly. Not charity. Fair distribution of value. What's your angle? Gollum asked, suspicious. In my old world, the people who did the real work got crumbs while the top took everything. I won't repeat that mistake here. This is about fair business. Gollum laughed and extended his hand. Fair distribution, huh? Fine. I'll ride with your fair business, boss. Sheena smiled. Toto cheered. Ken had his base. He had his team. Who's the pretty girl? Misa's voice was ice cold. That's Sheena, the innkeeper's daughter. I need local collaborators. Misa dropped it, but the edge remained. She reported their video had 2,000 views in half a day, unprecedented for their channel. Next assignment, catch and eat a slime. Capture footage and eating footage, that's 2 videos minimum. Slime? Is that safe? That's what makes it exciting. Toto guided Ken to the forest of silence. It was beautiful dappled sunlight, singing flowers. Not the gloomy swamp Ken had imagined. Oracle lens identified edible berries. They were gathering fruit when a 3-meter ogre emerged from the trees. Rotten meat breath and a spiked club in hand. Run. They ran. Toto tripped. The ogre raised its club. Inferno execution. A voice like ringing bells. A column of fire consumed the ogre, reducing it to ash in an instant. From the sky descended a girl on a broomstick. Long golden hair, pointed ears, translucent skin. I am Lucy. An elf who has lived in these lands for 300 years. A humble mage. Ken's content sensors went haywire. A 300-year-old elven mage. This was gold. Lucy froze a slime solid with absolute zero magic, preserving its core perfectly, and agreed to accompany them back to the inn to taste the legendary dish. Sheena prepared the slime 3 ways: crispy fried skin, tempura meat, and knotted a cocoa-style jelly. Each dish was divine. Lucy, despite her stoic face, couldn't stop eating. You're an interesting man, Lucy said afterward, staring at the moon. The heroes I've met all swung swords to save the world. But you take even this world's poison and turn it into value to sell across dimensions. Is that wrong? No. 300 years taught me one thing: true strength isn't winning battles. It's laughing at the worst-case scenario and turning it into the best content. Back in modern Japan, Misa opened YouTube Studio. The slime video had 10,000 views in its first day. Tears blurred her vision. 2 years of struggling on YouTube, never breaking through the 10,000 wall. And now, with just the second video from another world, they'd smashed it. Comments flooded in, this can't be CGI. The textures are too real. Slime is edible? Sheena is too beautiful. Misa whispered to her empty room, we did it. Ken woke to Misa's report. 30,000 views now. She'd also sent a bonus of 50,000 yen. He gathered the family and distributed gold coins, 1 each. Toto cheered. Sheena blushed at the comments praising her. Gollum shook his head in amazement. They decided to hunt the legendary silver sheep, a rare species living atop Mount Chrono. But 5 minutes into their hike, a stampede of terrified sheep thundered down the mountain. The culprit? A creature hiding among them, an echo-red panda named Copy, who could perfectly replicate any sound it heard. Copy had been repeating a dinosaur roar, panicking the sheep. And as they discovered, Copy also repeated Ken's private grumbles with embarrassing precision. Stupid grumbling, 3 beers when I get back. Don't repeat that. Despite the chaos, the video was gold. Copy became the inn's mascot and advertising gimmick. Repeating Ken's carefully crafted sales pitch, great booze, great food, gorgeous waitress, adventurers, this is the place. 3,000 views became 30,000. Then the dragon video happened. Misa's idea was a prank, use Copy's mimicry to scare adventurers with monster sounds. But when Copy replicated Lucy's memory-projected dragon roar, a real dragon descended. What is that racket? I thought a brother was calling me. The dragon's voice boomed in their minds. Ken negotiated like the salesman he was. Dragon-sama. Your flight is art. Let us record it on this magic mirror and show the world your magnificence. In exchange, spare us. Gahaha. Fine. But I want a monthly photo shoot. Monthly is impossible. We're busy. What? You dare refuse me? Counteroffer, let us ride your back for 15 minutes to film this world from the sky. And we'll produce your greatest promotional video. Deal. Get on. Riding a dragon's back, soaring above clouds, seeing the world spread out like a living map, Ken wept. Not from fear. From the forgotten childhood dream finally realized. Lucy, for the first time, smiled. I never imagined I'd build a relationship with a dragon. Thank you, Ken. Back on the ground, the dragon agreed to meet again in a month. And Ken had footage that would change everything. Misa had another idea. Lucy's projection magic, can she display videos on walls in your world? Ken sat up in bed. If we play promotional videos in the guild hall, say, Sheena's top 5 recommended taverns, adventurers would eat it up. Advertisers pay for results. It was advertising without modern infrastructure. Pure opportunity. Ken pitched it to the team. We promote other shops. They pay us based on increased sales. Performance-based advertising. Gollum was skeptical. But Sheena understood immediately. It's beautiful. If the shops we feature thrive, the whole town benefits. Everyone wins. The shopkeepers were suspicious at first. But Ken's offer. Free advertising until results showed, and the personal trust the Mamruka family had built won them over. For Sheena-chan? Of course. If Toto-kun vouches for you. Sheena turned out to be a natural on camera. Her food reviews radiated pure joy. Toto, with his merchant's blood, could sell anything with genuine expertise. They negotiated with Guildmaster Peter. He demanded 5 gold coins monthly for wall space. Ken agreed instantly. Within days, the guild hall's main wall displayed Anverge Gourmet and Equipment Guide. Adventurers crowded around. Amazed. That's Sheena-chan eating. Looks incredible. That blacksmith supplies the palace? Let's go. That night, they checked the featured shops. The number 5 spot had a line stretching around the block. The number 1 sweet shop was so packed the baker was crying with joy that he'd run out of dough. Within a month, 10 shops signed formal contracts. 3 gold coins each monthly. Revenue, 30 coins. After guild fees, 25 coins pure profit. Ken uploaded the behind-the-scenes video titled When We Aired Top 5 Recommendations in the Guild Hall. The shops made a killing. Comments called it an economics textbook disguised as entertainment. They decided to go big, a challenge to open 100 treasure chests in a dungeon. Ken gambled all his savings, 30 gold coins, to hire 10 elite adventurers led by a scarred veteran named Kamui. Professional work for professional pay, Kamui said. I don't care how stupid the mission sounds. Pay is pay. They descended into the Abyss Cave, a 40-floor dungeon. Kamui's team cleared monsters efficiently. Toto spotted chests. Lucy teleported them to the surface. Ken filmed everything. Floor by floor, the chest count grew. 96. 97. 98. On the 40th floor, they found it, a massive golden chest guarded by a giant silver wolf. That's Fenrir, Kamui whispered, his face draining of color. The legendary guardian beast. I'm out. Keep the pay. Kamui and his men fled. Only Ken, Toto, and Lucy remained, frozen in terror before the mythical beast. Fenrir lunged Hot breath on Ken's throat. Ho ho ho. Relax, relax. You're a reincarnator, aren't you? A cheerful old man sat on Fenrir's head, buried in the wolf's fluffy fur like a living throne. I bought this dungeon 30 years ago and run it as my retirement project. Fenrir's my guard dog. When I saw you lot obsessively collecting chests instead of fighting, I got curious. Those chests, you said we could have them all. And I meant it. I never said there was treasure inside. The old man cackled. Ken had Lucy project their videos. The old man watched, intrigued, as they explained their mission fire through viral content. I was a hero candidate too, back when I first arrived. But risking my life for pocket change? Bad cost benefit. I like your approach. Different angle. Why do you run a dungeon? Boredom. Fenrir tried to eat me, but his fur was so filthy I couldn't stand it. I was a pet groomer in my old life. I offered to trim him before he ate me. He loved it so much he never left. They returned to the surface to find 100 chests waiting. But every single one was a mimic, a monster disguised as treasure. Not a single coin. No treasure, but the old man gave us content gold, Ken laughed, exhausted. And the look on Kamui's face when he ran. Their channel hit 100,000 subscribers. The silver play button was confirmed. A new app appeared on Ken's phone, Linksgate. It allowed physical items to pass between worlds. Ken, we have sponsorship offers. Major companies want product placement. I'm sending you industrial strength grooming brushes. Film yourself brushing Fenrir. A gate of light appeared in Ken's room. A package tumbled out, Japanese engineering at its finest. He returned to the dungeon's depths. Fenrir, who had nearly killed them days ago, melted under the brush. What sorcery is this? My fur feels like spring breezes. The old man wept over F5 Wagyu beef. This fat, it melts in my mouth. The sponsorship video broke 1 million views. Within a month, their channel hit 300,000 subscribers. Their earnings exceeded Ken's former annual salary. I'll be able to open my dream shop soon, Toto said, eyes shining. Let's build it together, Ken replied. A lifestyle hotel that combines food, clothing, and shelter. But the world was about to change. Extra editions flooded the streets. Hero Party defeats Demon Lord. King Chaos vanquished. The kingdom erupted in celebration. After 10 years of war, peace had come. Ken's team accelerated their hotel project. They purchased a ruined mansion in the city center and transformed it into Soleil Passage sunlit path. Sheena filmed renovation updates. Toto managed construction. Lucy provided magical support. Then came news, the hero party would parade through Anverge in 1 month. We'll open Soleil Passage to welcome them, Ken declared. Filming their reactions will push us past 1 million subscribers for sure. One evening, Ken found Gollum staring at an old portrait. That's my wife, Gollum said quietly. She dreamed of opening a hotel and shop. The kids inherited that dream. Sheena and Toto have her warmth, Ken said. That's why the hotel's name is Soleil Sunlight. Gollum wiped his eyes with calloused hands. Ken's phone buzzed. Misa's message, our assets just passed 100 million yen. He had achieved his fire goal. All that remained was 1 million subscribers to fully unlock Linksgate and return home. But his chest ached at the thought of leaving. The 4 heroes arrived in Anverge to thunderous applause. Sword hero Altria silver-haired, chiseled. Warrior Barbarossa mountain of muscle. Mage Carmilla genius scholar of magic arts. Cleric Gilbert gentle, saintly, beloved. They toured the city. They praised Soleil Passage. Sheena's cooking impressed even the stoic mage. When Gilbert addressed the crowd, people wept from his heartfelt words of gratitude and sacrifice. But Ken overheard their private conversation. "This is exhausting, playing nice with these lowlifes. I just want to get back to the capital for expensive wine and handsome boys," Carmilla complained. "At least someone here has their eye on the waitress," Barbarossa laughed. "Right, Altrius?" Altrius's voice was ice-cold. "None of your business." The weight of the conversation crushed Ken. The heroes they worshipped were hollow inside, playing roles for privilege. And Altrius's gaze when he looked at Sheena, it wasn't admiration. It was obsession. Altrius cornered Sheena after the tour. "Dinner with me. Just the two of us." Sheena refused, politely but firmly. Altrius persisted. "Please. Just one meal." Sheena finally agreed, thinking one meal couldn't hurt. That night, Toto and Ken followed her to Altrius's mansion, hiding in a tree with Lucy. From their vantage point, they watched Altrius propose marriage. "From the moment I saw you, I've burned with love for you. Marry me, Sheena." Sheena's face wasn't joy. It was fear. "I'm sorry. I cannot accept." Altrius's smile didn't break but his eyes died. They became cold, lifeless, like a fish's stare. When Sheena fled the mansion, her face was pale as a ghost. "His eyes never smiled," she whispered. When he spoke of love, his eyes stayed frozen. "I was terrified." Toto couldn't understand. "He's a hero. Rich, handsome. Kindness in the eyes matters more than any of that," Sheena insisted. Ken knew they hadn't seen the last of Altrius. Altrius stalked Sheena relentlessly. Twice a week, he appeared at Soleil Passage. "Please, just tea. I'll wait hours. Every time you come, every time we speak, my answer is the same. I will never love you. Please stop." Gollum finally had enough. "Don't come back here." Altrius left quietly. Too quietly. The next morning, Sheena was gone. Her room was destroyed, furniture smashed, signs of a struggle. Ken, Toto, Lucy, and Gollum stormed Altrius's castle. They hid in a storage closet while Copy the Echo Red Panda slipped into the hero's private chambers. When Copy returned, it replayed the conversation it had heard. Barbarossa's voice, "Altrius. What is this?" Altrius's voice, "Sorry. Before I knew it, I had cut her down." Carmilla's voice, "You can't control your emotions. This is like that village incident." Gilbert's voice, "Too late for complaints. Cover it up. The girl is the innkeeper's daughter from Soleil Passage. If this gets out, everything, our status, our rewards, disappears. Carmilla, I'll erase every drop of blood with my magic." Gilbert, "Barbarossa, dispose of the body at the usual place. We'll frame it as a kidnapping by Demon Lord remnants." The world stopped. Gollum's roar of anguish shook the storage closet. He charged for the door. Ken and Lucy barely held him back. They were discovered. A chase through the night sky began, Carmilla's death spells screaming past their ears. A dragon appeared, their old friend. "My producer is being attacked by small fry? Unacceptable." The dragon's flames forced Carmilla to retreat. They escaped to the dungeon, to the old groomer. Ken broke down in the safe room. "What do I do? They're national heroes. The whole world believes in them. How can we possibly win?" Misa's voice came through the phone, cold and clear. "You don't fight them with swords or magic. You fight with information. You expose them. You become the expose YouTuber, Ken. Burn their reputation. Strip their gilded armor. Show the world the truth." Ken looked at the devastation on his teammates' faces. You're right. We'll burn them. Not with fire. With truth. Their plan was simple: spread recorded evidence across the entire capital simultaneously. Lucy created magical reception tags. Ken, Gollum, and Toto infiltrated the city at night, pasting them on walls, lamp posts, and notice boards. At the cathedral, Lucy prepared the final transmission tag. It's been a while, teacher, Carmilla's voice slithered from the shadows. Their battle was devastating. Lucy was younger and weaker than her former student, who had honed her skills fighting demons. But Fenrir appeared, forcing Carmilla to retreat. Finish what you started, Lucy, the Great Wolf said. Lucy activated the spell. Across the entire capital, walls became screens. The voice of Altreus echoed through every street. Sorry. Before I knew it, I had cut her down. Cover it up. The girl is from Soleil Passage. We'll frame it as a kidnapping by Demon Lord remnants. Silence. Then a roar of fury unlike anything the world had heard. The people rioted. The hero's perfect image shattered. Gilbert tried counter-propaganda, calling the recordings fakes created by revolutionaries. But Ken was already moving. Barbarossa, drunk and arrogant in a brothel, didn't notice the beautiful woman approaching until it was too late. The woman was Lucy in disguise. Her hidden blade pierced his heart. One down, she reported. Altreus was next. Ken lured him to a quiet cafe, where Lucy's sleeping potion did its work. They bound him in a basement, and Ken forced a confession on camera. Altreus cried. He admitted everything. I was afraid. Afraid the hero image would crumble. Afraid of being ordinary. But when Ken turned his back, Altreus shattered the restraints. Did you really think that would hold me? He grabbed Lucy, his arm around her throat. Give me the camera. Or she dies. Funny thing, Ken said, calm as ice. That camera's been live this whole time. Everyone in the city just watched you threaten to kill an innocent woman. The roar of the crowd outside confirmed it. The door exploded inward. Gollum's fist connected with Altreus's face. Again. And again. Where is she? Where did you hide Sheena's body? The cold storage was empty. Her body had vanished. Someone had taken her. Desperate and exhausted, the group retreated to the dungeon. But a butterfly, Carmilla's spy, had followed them, marking their location. Lucy infiltrated the Magic Academy, disguised as a young boy. What she found horrified her. Carmilla was abusing her position, summoning students to her chambers at night for special lessons. The academy, once a place of enlightenment, had become her personal harem. When Carmilla summoned the new boy to her office, Lucy dropped the disguise. Did you learn nothing from me, Carmilla? The battle was fierce. Carmilla's dark magic filled the room. But the portraits of past headmasters, their spirits bound to the academy, rose to defend Lucy. Carmilla was crushed, her magic circuits destroyed. Gilbert is heading for your precious dungeon, she gasped with her dying breath. He knows how to make you suffer most. Lucy flew back at desperate speed. She found Fenrir bleeding, the dungeon destroyed. Gilbert took them. He's not just a cleric, he's a black mage. He controls the dark arts. At Gilbert's fortress, Ken, Gollum, Toto, and the old man were bound and helpless. Gilbert smiled. I brought someone back for you. The curtains parted. Sheena stood there alive. But her eyes were empty, her soul stolen. I resurrected her with forbidden magic. But I made sure to add my own special touch. She's mine now, my most beautiful collection piece. He placed a gun in Sheena's limp hands. Kill them, one by one. That's your new purpose. Sheena raised the gun. Her finger trembled on the trigger. And then the window exploded. A dragon burst through, Lucy on its back. Everyone, climb on. They escaped, but Sheena remained in Gilbert's grasp. Fenrir and the dragon attacked Gilbert's fortress head-on. But Gilbert resurrected Barbarossa and Carmilla as undead warriors. Their skills boosted by black magic. The legendary beasts fell. Ken's team was broken. No hope remained. Then Ken's phone rang. Misa's voice was ecstatic. 1 million subscribers. You hit 1 million. A new app appeared, Emotional Conversion Tool. It turned viewer likes and emotional investment directly into mana. Cost, 100 million yen. Ken's entire fire savings. Use it. Every last yen. I don't care about early retirement anymore, I care about saving my friends. Misa authorized the payment. Ken's body flooded with power, the collective goodwill of 1 million people. He emerged from the cave transformed. Golden light radiated from his body. Wings of pure energy unfolded from his back. I'm coming for you, Gilbert. Ken flew through the sky like a meteor, smashing through Gilbert's fortress walls as if they were paper. Gilbert's undying soldiers brainwashed children, resurrected heroes threw themselves at him. Ken didn't hurt them. A gentle wave of light neutralized their curses, freed their souls. When Barbarossa and Carmilla charged, Ken brushed them aside like insects. Fenrir and the dragon, corrupted by Gilbert's magic, attacked. Ken held back, refusing to harm them, until he could reach their cores and break the curse with purification magic. Gilbert ran. The monster who would be God crawled through the rubble of his fallen empire. Ken caught him. The light of 1 million hearts, channeled through a former salaryman's conviction, incinerated the dark mage completely. The sky cleared. The curses broke. The resurrected dead ascended peacefully. And in the rubble, Sheena opened her eyes. Clean. Her own self again. Why are you crying, Ken-san? Ken collapsed. The strain of channeling 1 million voices had broken his body. He woke in the dragon's nest, face to face with Misa. You used all our savings, she said with a wry smile. Our fire dream is back to zero. But Ken didn't feel despair. He felt light. The city was destroyed. But the people survived. Gollum, Toto, Sheena, Lucy, Fenrir, the dragon, the old man, even Kemui's crew. They all lived. Misa had a new plan. With Link's Gate now stable, anyone could visit this world. Let's build a theme park. An otherworldly wonderland. Years passed. The ruins became a paradise. Dragon rides swooped through clouds. Fenrir's forest run thrilled visitors. Sheena's burgers were legendary. Lucy's magical sodas gave brain freeze across dimensions. Ken was crowned king. But he worked harder than any salaryman managing attractions. Negotiating with vendors, running the chaos with a smile. One evening, Misa asked, when we lost everything, how did you really feel? Ken thought about it. Honestly, I panicked. I thought money was freedom. But now I understand real fire. It's not about not working. It's about working for people you love, in a place you built, with purpose that matters to you. He looked over his wonderland, where children laughed and dragons flew and magic was real. I'm busier than I ever was as a corporate slave. My bank account is empty. But my heart is so full it might burst. The final scene, Ken takes Misa's hand and runs down into the festival below, where friends old and new wait with drinks and laughter. The story of a 39-year-old salaryman who lost everything and found a world ends here. But the story of the wonderland he built, the real fire, has only just begun. End.